Keyshawn Davis keeps it real on a potential Gervonta Davis fight. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Corner Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, Keyshawn Davis recently gave an interview. He was asked about a potential Gervonta Davis fight. I just want to break that down in my 5,000 nickels for anybody.
Only reason why I want the Tank fight is because he's the top dog. If anybody else was the top dog, then I'd be wanting that fight. But at the end of the day, if Tank don't want to fight, then he's not going to fight. Like, we're not going to fight. Like, the ball is not in my court in terms of that. But at the end of the day, if Tank don't want to fight, then he's not going to fight. Like, we're not going to fight. Like, the ball is not in my court in terms of that. I'm not in position to send this man a contract. Don't mention me on Twitter. Don't be calling me no B-word. Don't say you're going to smack me when you see me, all that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just leave all that shit. I don't know. Like, we're fighters. We're boxers at the end of the day. Motherfuckers is taking this shit personally anyways.
Alright, y'all. So, they asked Keyshawn Davis what he thinks about a potential Gervonta Davis fight. And he gave a really interesting answer to that question. And it was very... how can I put this? It was very humbling because he kept it 100. He kept it real.
I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run.
He basically said that he's not in position to send Gervonta Davis a contract.
So, man, you know I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to eat regardless. That don't mean nothing.
You kind of got to humble yourself and just kind of wait for your turn. Because if you go in, you know, guns are blazing, trying to cuss him out and all this stuff, he's not going to want to fight you. He's just going to play games with you. He's just going to use you to start Twitter beef and, you know, Instagram beef and all that stuff, internet beef. And he's going to play off your name. And that's not good for an up-and-coming fighter.
Nigga, I'm good, man. I'm straight, son. Don't worry about me, son.
To kind of be drugged through the mud, you know. And I agree with him. I think the better approach is just to wait it out.
Say I'm not worth mentioning, but can Frank Martin sell 10,000 tickets?
And the more success that Keyshawn Davis has, the more Gervonta Davis has to look at Keyshawn Davis as a next potential opponent. Now, you know, the thing I like about Keyshawn and the thing I dislike about some other fighters like Shakur and some of these other younger guys who it kind of seems like their teams are hyping them up to do something. Their teams are hyping them up to go at Gervonta Davis instead of just letting their boxing skills prove the point.
I thought they reached out and then we responded back and said, we want to fight. Like I said, I already know at the end of the day, that fight is going to happen. Fans just got to wait until whenever Tank say fight is going to happen. He the A side.
The thing about Gervonta, he didn't really have a name that he was chasing when he was on the come up. And I think that's why he came up so fast, because he didn't have to use nobody else's name really to come up. And I don't know who you can really point to as that guy who made Gervonta Davis famous other than Floyd Mayweather. I do think if Floyd Mayweather wasn't in his camp in the beginning, I don't think he would have had that initial push, you know, towards the finish line.
You put some stink on this motherfucker, like your life depending on it. You understand me?
And I think it would have took him maybe a year or two more to become super ultra famous like he was. So I do think that sometimes that, you know, people that are already established can push you over the finish line or push you towards the finish line. And as long as your skill sets are there, then they'll get you the rest of the way.
Yeah, I apologize about beating your ass that day.
To the finish line. You know, the thing about Shakur Stevenson, once again, and other fighters like Shakur is they're not building themselves up.
They're stars and superstars.
They're kind of just trying to ride the coattail of somebody who's already famous and somebody who's already doing it at the highest level. And like Frank Martin and all these other people, once they get there, they realize, like, whoa, this is real. You know, Gervonta Davis is the real deal.
Ooh, oh Lord. Ooh, Lord.
And they get derailed. So I think Keyshawn Davis is doing it the right way. And, you know, here's the thing about Bob Arum. I know everybody hates Bob Arum.
I don't fucking like you.
But I think Bob Arum realized that a long time ago, especially during the Manny Pacquiao days. Because Manny didn't really, you know, it was different back in their day. there was a lot of names that you could build your name off of. Now there's not so many names you can build your name off of. And I think Bob Arum has peeped that and realized that the only way to truly build up a fighter is to have the fans come to him instead of trying to bring him to the fans. And what I mean is, if you're knocking people out, if you're having exciting fights, if everybody's talking about you, you know, behind the scenes, you're kind of like an underground artist.
Oh, I knew you.
And if everybody in the underground scene is talking about you, eventually everybody around the world, you know, the masses are going to start to take notice because the underground says you're the next one up.
And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me?
I think Bob Arum is smart by building guys through the underground and letting them become famous instead of just trying to take and stick them in there with a famous, you know, already established fighter. And if they lose, then their careers are pretty much derailed and you didn't put in all this work for nothing. So I agree with Keyshawn Davis. You know, why poke an angry bear when you can become an angry bear yourself, and then it's an equal competition?
I can't play ping pong if no one's at the other side of the table. I'll never be able to play. So you need good teams and good people that you're not exactly on the same team with to inspire you to be better sometimes, but you don't compare yourself or judge your success based on their success. I want y'all to know that it comes with struggle, but when you have to start from scratch each and every time, it will be challenging.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit the like button for me, share, subscribe, holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tubes or holler at me over there. You want to collab or feature product, your channel, my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of whores at gmail.com. And we aren't around here.
Don't try this at home.
I don't know shit about boxing.
Now first off, I don't drink homemade booze. I don't leave home without my shoes. I don't go to parties and barns, don't get it confused. My cousin's not my boo, now that's nasty. They think our wigs all patched and nappy. Everybody's black and ashy, just so you never have to ask me. It's not what you think. If you think we're not dropping knots at the bank, now that's dumber than running at cops with a shank. You thinking I'm running and hopping in lakes, possum and snake over lobster and steak. Niggas look at me like I got to be fake, cause my clock operates with a watch in the face, equipped with alarm so I don't need a rooster. Nigga, it's the future, let me introduce ya, but you ain't used to. True, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
So what you
we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
Niggas will murder you.
I said we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
So what you think? Niggas will. Now I ain't never milked a cow, but I will get bread from a heifer. I'm ahead on my schedule, getting bread on that level. Y'all niggas is two-faced. I slow a nigga's hustle down, leave him screw-faced. Now who laced that track? Sauce one, back at it again, backslapping your friends. Crack balance and gin, backsliding in sin. Max gotta attend to what that hustle brings in. Biggest problem on my streets by far. Nigga get you for your ride, might leave it on fire. Get your speakers wise, even your tires. You can think I'm bullshitting, you'll believe it tomorrow. When you in your driveway, not seeing your car. He pulled off when you was sound asleep. And you can keep your little Bentley, cause them crowns is cheap. 212s in the back, cruise down the street.
We ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
So what you?
We ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
Niggas will murder you.
I said we ain't that country, we ain't that country, we ain't that.
So what you think? Niggas, now I just had to get that off my chest. Thanks for listening. It's the Derby, dog. Thanks for visiting. A lot of dudes rap, but they ain't equivalent to the dude that's cool with the lakes in Michigan. I'll leave a nigga wetter than a shark's tail. Victory Park, Iroquois, the Clarksdale. Niggas living like Avon, Barksdale. I'm wild when I drive, so I can't park well. And this ain't for the nappy roots, just the one to see they video and think that's how we actually do. It's the 502, Louis Keys and I'm through. Spot it, we ain't